Here at Texas Tech Physicians of El Paso Breast Care Center, we are the only centralized multidisciplinary breast cancer care center in West Texas. I am Corinne Chambers. I'm a breast surgical oncologist, which means I've done a general surgery residency and a year of a breast surgical oncology fellowship. On top of that, to specialize in all the different aspects of breast care related to breast diseases and breast cancer. I have been at Texas Tech Physicians of El Paso Breast Care Center for the last year.
I'm Dr. Zaina Nali. I am a board-certified oncologist. I treat patients with breast cancer. That's my focus. I have been here for about 6 years now. I joined Texas Tech in order to establish a hematology oncology division, basically from the ground up, and we've been able to do that.
What we mean by one-stop breast cancer care is that when you come to this facility, you can be seen by a breast surgical oncologist, a medical oncologist. We have access to other support services here, as we have access to radiation oncology and all the other aspects that are essential to getting complete breast cancer care.
Breast cancer care is very complex, and it involves so many services. Clinical trials is one of them. It's an essential component, and we were able to get affiliation with National Cancer Institute agencies, and now patients who come here have access to all cancer trials that are available in any big cancer center.
Our staff at the Breast Care Center is fantastic. They're passionate about breast care, they're passionate about the patients, and they are able to handle all the aspects of breast care to make sure that they get the appointments that they need, the scheduling that they need, and have as comfortable an atmosphere to be seen at the breast center as is possible in this type of situation. Our survivorship program here at the Breast Care Center is constantly in development. Right now we have 2 different educational groups and support groups available. I lead a support group on the second Monday of every month that handles certain topics related to breast cancer and life with breast cancer. And we have a new educational series in the works that will handle 4 essential topics to breast care and repeat those in a quarterly fashion so that as you enter the survivorship phase, you're always able to have access to those particular breast survivorship topics and educational experience.
Along the cancer spectrum, cancer doesn't start with diagnosis and doesn't end with treatment. It's really a spectrum. So we not only take care of patients during their surgery and chemotherapy and give them medications, but we also look at the whole picture and try to also address their quality of life and improve their life after cancer.
There's no doubt in my mind that it's important for women with breast cancer to have access to survivorship-related projects, because as women survive longer after breast cancer treatment, it becomes a chronic disease, and we need to find a way to help patients cope with this new aspect of their lives and get back to a new normal for them. In order to grow and to flourish in the treatment of breast cancer care, we need support to help us with all aspects of that care. We need the support to help provide the staff for these niches that we're missing in our support service and our survivorship program. We need staff to help us facilitate all the patients that are needed to be seen and evaluated here at this clinic. So any small amount or great amount of support that we could get will establish better breast cancer care for these patients here in this area.
Any support that the community puts into this cancer center will eventually trickle down to patient care. So patients will have to wait less for their appointments. If we have bigger rooms or bigger space, we'll have more staff, we hire more people. So all of this, I guess, we do more clinical research if we are able to expand, because our demands really are growing every year, and they do sometimes exceed the capacity of what we can provide.
I was 55 years old when I was diagnosed with cancer. My first thoughts were death. I'm going to lose my friends. I'm going to lose myself. it's going to take everything away from me. I lost my insurance and I didn't know where to go. And working in the medical field, I asked one of my friends, what's the next best option? And she told me to go to Texas Tech because they have good physicians there. They have the best cancer treatment there is. And so I took it from there. I walked in to the breast center. I was greeted very well. The waiting time is fabulous because you're biting on your fingernails wanting to know what's going to happen. And the doctors there were great. I fell in love with Dr. Chambers as well as I fell in love with Dr. Nally. I felt like I was their little sister. I felt that they wanted the best for me. I felt that everything was going to be okay because they were a part of me, a part of when I found out, a part of me deteriorating, and they saw that, and whatever I needed, they were there. No matter what, they were there. And I remember Dr. Chambers when I told her I didn't want to go under anymore. She walks in there with her little her surgical hat and her smile, and she said everything was going to be fine, and she was going to be there holding my hand. They wanted to know who was going to be there for me. And I didn't really want to tell anybody because I didn't want anybody else to hurt the way I did. So what I did was that I took a deep breath and I said, you know what? The only partner in crime that I have is my daughter. And I didn't mean to hurt her this way, but I had to tell her, and I wanted her not so much to help me to decide, but to actually be there for me, to be my angel, my shadow, my support. And I'm sorry that I made her go through this, but I don't think anybody should go through it alone. I did the treatment for 6 months. On the 5th month, I didn't want to go. I was like a child that knew was going to get an injection, and they were pulling me like a little kid. Well, so it felt like it. And on the 6th one, because I took so long to recover, because it was painful, because it was like, I had to go to the emergency room twice. I had to get an IV afterwards. I was just a problem child. But they were there for me. When I found out December the 7th that I was cancer-free, I kept it a secret because I found it a little earlier. And I wanted to see it in my daughter's face, because when I saw my daughter when she found out I had cancer, it's something that I'm not going to forget, because it was like finding out I was going to die. Dr. Nally told us, she said it was the best story she could have ever said, because it feels good when something works. It feels good when something comes out of it happy. It feels good when it was worth it. It was worth it. If I can say thank you to Texas Tech, thank you for being there, for being human, for being kind, for knowing the pain that I was going to go through. And thank you so much, Dr. Nally. Beautiful, sexy as you are. But I know that you could be silly, and I know that we can jump up and down. Dr. Chambers, you're like the ever-ready bunny. You are awesome. You were there. And I don't want to forget Rose. Rose was there through thick and thin, because I walked in saying, I'm your problem child. I'm gonna make you remember me. And the day that I work, I will say thank you. And I'm going to let everybody know that you guys are the best. You guys saved me. Thank you so much. Thank you.